Welcome to our tech. So in this video we are going to study about the variables, their declaration and initialization, and the basic data types in Java. So let's get started by creating a class and data type demo, then the main method and the closing braces. Now I will just declare an int variable. We can identify a value that is 10. So what are a variable? What is a variable in Java? In Java, a variable is a basic unit of storage for storing a value. A variable is defined by the combination of a type. In here, the int is the type, then an identifier, that is a, and then an initialization, which is optional. Like in here, you can just declare the variable a, int a, and separately initialize it, like a is equal to 10 after that. But it is a good practice to initialize the variable to something so that you may later know what the value of it is. The next important thing is the name of the identifier. The name of the identifier can only consist of letters, numbers, and two symbols, that are underscore and the dollar symbol. So if you try to include the symbols or characters other than this, the Java compiler will give an compile time error. Like if I put hash here and try to compile the program, it will give an error. And there are two more restrictions on naming of an identifier. That is, while naming an identifier, the identifier must start with either a letter or any of these symbols, that is underscore or dollar. So if you put underscore at the start of the identifier, it is valid, or if you put the dollar at the start of the identifier, it is valid. But if you put a number, it is invalid and the compiler will display an error. So summing it up, we can say that an identifier must start with any letter or underscore or a dollar symbol followed by any letter number or the underscore and dollar sign. So starting with the next point, the data types in Java. The data types can be mainly classified in two categories, that are the primitive data types in Java and the non-primitive ones. So the primitive data types, just let me type all of them. The primitive data types consist of byte, short, int, long, float, double, char, and Boolean. A byte is a 8-bit signed integer type, while short is 16, int is 32, long is 64-bit. A float stores a floating point value and is of 32-bit, while double is of 64-bit. The difference between the float and the double is that the double stores a number with a larger precision up to like 15 decimal points, while float stores up to 8. Then the char, that stores the character data type, can store any character in Unicode encoding. Like you can store a or hash or anything you want, but just one character at a time. Then the Boolean is a special data type which has only two values, that is true or false. Each of these data type has a certain range and has a certain size. So saying that the byte has a size of 8-bit, that is 1 byte, and stores the numbers from -128 to +127. A short needs 2 bytes to store, that is 16 bits, and has a range from -32,768 to 32,767. And there you can see these other ranges of other types, like for int is of 32 bits, long is of 64 bits. Then coming to the float variables, it has a precision of 6 to 7 decimal points and needs a size of 4 bytes, that is 32 bits, and the double needs a 64 bit size and can store up to the precision of 15 decimal digits, while the Boolean is just of 1 bit and stores only two values, that are true or false, and the character at last is of 2 bytes, that is of 16 bits, and stores Unicode characters that are within 16 bit. So now coming towards the non-primitive data types. Non-primitive data types are not actually defined by the programming language itself, but rather are created by the programmer. Like we can create our own data type, like we have created already, that is the class data type demo. So let's say take it here, and then we will declare a variable of it, like obj is equal to new data type demo, and hence we have created a variable of type of our own created type. Also, there are many inbuilt classes that Java provides us, like strings, then the special objects like arrays. We will discuss about them in much detail in my later videos. For now, we will stop here. So thank you for watching this video, and like, share and comment this video. Also subscribe to this channel for more tech stuff and also for Java.